Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Mid South Wrestling Review for the 13th of July, 1985. Please join us on this channel for wrestling reviews, both of modern and good old fashioned old school wrestling. And join me on my life, business, relationship, and entertainment coaching channel, Golden Opportunities Coaching. Set up sessions and make 2021 your year. Butcher Reed on his way back to Mid South. They do a music video to denote this. Mantell, Dutch Mantell versus Terry Taylor for the Mid South Television Championship is up next. And Taylor obviously was going to challenge for the North American Championship, which he held for a substantial length of time. However, that did not go according to plan. Mantell tries to dodge for the legs of Taylor, doesn't get what he wants. Taylor flips him over with an armbar and goes to work on his adversary pretty aggressively. Hammer locks and go behinds, top wrist locks, and the like. Taylor in pretty good control of his adversary, takes him over. Back to the arm goes Taylor. Taylor is not willing to take any backward steps and manages to hunker down on his man, works the arm for several minutes. Mantell tries to take Taylor back to the corner. Does not get what he wants on that. Ducks the head, and Mantell tries to kick. Doesn't get the kick off he wants, and Taylor kind of sidesteps that. Taylor and Mantell work a very basic style, smart style for a television match. They don't really do a heck of a lot, but get a lot out of the time that's there. Taylor goes for the leg. He'd been using the figure four, especially a couple of months ago when Ric Flair was in, and Mantell comes back in, shots to the midsection, drops some knees, gets maybe a couple of punches, and again, Mantell slowing the match down super slow, takes the man down and gets everything he wants out of that exchange. Meanwhile, they start to brawl in the middle of the ring. Taylor gets a little bit of an advantage in that, which is a little surprising, but Taylor has been portrayed as a major star in the area, rolls him up 1-2, and Mantell comes forward, tries to hold the tights, and doesn't get all he wants on the victory there. Near fall, good psychology match. Mantell takes the man down. He gets the hook of the front falling suplex, and Mantell gets a retain of his television championship. Jim Duggan ready to face Kareem Muhammad, and basically Duggan says this is his pathway to get to Akbar. He wants Akbar for burning him, for trying to take him out of action permanently, for all the damage that Akbar has done over the years to various other people. Akbar cuts a promo basically saying his money can buy, whatever he wants, including the elimination of Duggan. He says he's a former North American Championship or holder for quite a while, and he is unimpressed. Kareem Muhammad versus Hacksaw Duggan. Kareem Muhammad, of course, known as the Zambui Express. Duggan makes his way out, and as is to be expected, manages to brawl with the Zambui Express pretty aggressively. Several shots right under the chin. Akbar on the outside of the ring. I'm not the least bit happy about this. Zambui Express breaks Duggan down, breaks the ice, manages to step over him, manages to try and go for a diving, I guess, falling headbutt. Doesn't get what he wants. Duggan is out of the way there, and ultimately Duggan manages to get out of the way of a corner splash as well. Duggan is cut off, and Zambui Express again tries the diving headbutt. Duggan out of the way again, and Mr. Zambui Express manages to get backdropped awkwardly by Duggan. That did not end well. Akbar brought into the ring the hard way, barely wearing. I mean, he's wearing jeans and a I don't know, faded print shirt. Kamala in to double team Duggan, and Duggan gets beat down by Kamala, Zambui Express, and various others. The locker room empties out, but the referee's taken out. Several people try to come to Duggan's aid over the next several minutes, and Duggan is taken out with many chops, kicks, punches, and splashes. Needless to say, Duggan is not in a good space. Ted DiBiase and Dr. Death Steve Williams are challenged by the Barbarian and Jake the Snake Roberts for the tag team championships. Basically, Roberts and the Barbarian, with Roberts doing the majority of the talking, says that they want a shot at the tag team championships. No one can stop them. Grizzly Smith is called into the ring and basically says eventually the match will happen, and DiBiase's not happy with this, nor is Williams, so there's kind of a heel versus heel vibe there. Nightmare with Eddie Gilbert, otherwise known as the champion, versus Wendell Cooley. Cooley has not really found a niche here, but manages to continue to be a relatively aggressive talent, and we go through a series of a couple of really short matches, about 3 in a row. Cooley tries the armbar on the Nightmare, doesn't get what he wants on it. Nightmare manages to take Cooley back and then hook up on the arm. Works the arm for several minutes, kind of gets the go around there. Cooley is overpowered by the bigger man. Gilbert on the outside, showing his happiness and pleasure. Nightmare, aka the champion, uses a hammerlock slam and a double axe handle from the second rope on the inside, back to the hammerlock. Several minutes working over the arm of Cooley. Cooley manages to get whipped into the buckle, but the Nightmare misses the double axe handle, but gets clothesline out of the corner, and ultimately Nightmare defends his championship after winning the match with a piledriver. Brickhouse Brown and Mark Reagan versus the Raider and Paul Brown. Obviously, Brickhouse Brown and Reagan are kind of being tested as a new tag team, one would suppose. And of course, Brickhouse Brown is a former, or not former, but a pretty major guy there. Reagan comes in wearing suspenders, which is a little bit weird. He does eventually manage to get himself out of there. Anyway, Reagan starts the match, gets caught in a side headlock, sends the enhancement talent off, tag off to Brown. Brown comes in and manages to do the double axe handle on the arm, stays on the arm for several more minutes. Brown looks to be in the best shape, perhaps, of his career, at least thus far. Reagan comes in with a kind of a backdrop suplex type maneuver. Tag off again to Brown. Brown not backing down, no pun intended on the rhyme there. Reagan sends him into the Red Terror, and Brown basically fights his way out of the corner with both guys. Tag back off to Reagan. Good double teaming by both men, and a drop kick by Reagan right under the chin gets the victory for his team. 1, 2, 3, and off we go. Al Perez and Pat Rose with about 6 minutes and 2 segments left in the program. Pat Rose offering a handshake to Perez. Perez not impressed with this. As mentioned, Tom Pritchard last week manages to get beat in about 30 seconds, if not that, and Rose manages to get spun around in German suplex, and again, Al Perez wins there in less than 30 seconds. We're trying to put Perez over. Closer look at the Fantastics with a music video, and that is how we close this week in Mid-South. We'll be back with more right after this.